Again, 312-330-4895, just to let us know that you can hear us and we are strong. About 5 minutes late for this start, but we're coming along as always. This is Christian Feynman with Amy Barnes, bringing you exciting Warhawks hockey for day 2 of the state tournament.
In other news, on the other rink, St. Jude and Glenview are playing at the end of the first period. It was 1-0 St. Jude. St. Jude had the lead. Yeah. So we're in the smaller rink. Yeah, we're in the smaller rink in Glenview, so there'll be a few filming challenges. If you've been in this rink before, you know there's a small seating area upstairs, and then they can line one side of the rink, and there are a few bleachers at one of the ends of the rink for parents to sit. So it's hockey. Very nice rink, just not a lot of great seating in this second rink. So Zamboni just kind of making its last pass on the ice. I'm sure Christian recapped last game. Glenview Stars, Warhawks. Warhawks ended up winning 3-0. It took us a while to get started yesterday. That first 6 minutes, I think even the girls felt it, that they were a little bit behind. And I think then they really kicked it into gear. So we have to continue with that tough defensive play today. A shout out, we don't have Maddie Zolna here today. Maddie, we hope you feel better. You got the heart of a lion, kid. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And in other news, Maddie's brother, Chicago North, took the championship yesterday. I left that game. It was a 2-2 tie, I think, at the beginning of the first period, and I think they ended up kicking some butt, and the score was 6-2, so congratulations there.
So Zamboni's off the ice. I'd see the Warhawks at the gate. Oh, and the Stars. Both teams are at the gate, so they'll be coming out on the ice soon. Tight quarters here on Rink 2 at Glenview Community Ice Center. So the fans are packed in real tight, and we are broadcasting from a little broadcast nook, a little broadcast platform that is tilted towards the home end of the ice. So right by our bench, the Warhawks are going to be in their home jerseys for this game today. So this is technically the third game of the state tournament. The Warhawks, of course, won the play-in game against the Chicago Mammoth 12-0. Now the teams are coming out on the ice now. Warhawks won the play-in game against the Chicago Mammoth 12-0, and the Hawks beat the Elmhurst Chiefs 9-0. Warhawks then went on to play the first game of the round robin last night and beat the Glenview Stars 3-0. And the Hawks played St. Jude last night, and they won a thrilling game in overtime, 2-1. So this will be everybody's second game. There are 3 games in the round robin, just 4 teams in the round robin. The Warhawks playing St. Jude tomorrow, but a win in regulation guarantees the Warhawks one of the top 2 spots, and they'll be playing for the championship. So like I said, the Hawks yesterday played St. Jude, and they won 2-1 in an overtime win. So you only get 2 points for that win. The Warhawks beating Glenview in regulation got 3 points. As Amy said earlier, we're missing our first-line center, Maddie Zolna, who's out with the flu. We're hoping that she gets better soon. And so that moved Vivian Dior-Ukoff to first-line center. Aubrey Kroll, who's back in action after missing last weekend with a knee injury, came in. And I don't know, Amy, Aubrey on the dot was very aggressive. I didn't count, but I thought she won 75% of the face-offs that she had yesterday.
That wouldn't be a surprising number. I think after she got the clearance with her knee, she came out ready to play. You know, she's the type of athlete where it's hard to watch games, right? So I know she definitely wants to be out there playing.
Yeah, and winning those face-offs was key. It limited Glenview's offensive zone time, and really helped us to take control of that game. It was 2 early goals in the first period, in fact, that got the Warhawks on the board after, like Amy said, a slow start for the Warhawks. And I'm not sure if it was a slow start for the Warhawks as much as it was aggressive play by Glenview, who knew that they had to play their best hockey. So, again, the Warhawks came off that victory yesterday, and Vivian Ukoff really stepped it up. She had 2 goals yesterday, and on the goal to Maddie Fazio, she had the assist. So a 3-point day for Vivian Ukoff yesterday. Really played well, but the Warhawks had a great game. Risley was awesome in goal, and she was tested on several occasions, but she was able to get a clean sheet for the day, which, of course, if in the event of a tie, is going to be important because point differential plays a role. So the last time these two teams played was in the the NGHL playoffs last weekend. The Warhawks beat the Hawks 3-0 in a hard-fought game. The Warhawks got on the board early and just were able to stay in control and dominate. So what are the keys to this game, Aim? One of them is I think the Warhawks need to push the pace. Against this Hawks team, the Warhawks have really been able to skate a little bit faster than them, and when they do that, they get control. They force the Hawks into penalties, and of course, that can make a difference in a game. They need to get cross-ice passes. What we'll notice in the neutral zone is sometimes the Warhawks defenders, instead of making the easy pass cross-ice, play it up the wall. And I think that they could really get easier zone entries by playing it cross-ice and then dumping it in and chasing it after that. They need to limit the Hawks' zone time. When the Hawks do have time to set up in the offensive zone, they do play a great high-low game, like the Glenview Stars play. I think the Hawks do it a little bit more effectively. They have better defensive shooters. They'll screen the goalie and come in, and then, of course, stay out of the box. Yesterday, the Warhawks had 3 penalties in the second period that could have gotten them in trouble. Of course, the Warhawks penalty kill this year has been excellent, and so they were able, those were inconsequential, but I think that's why the Warhawks were unable to score in the second period, because they had 4 minutes and 30 seconds of penalty kill time. So both teams have broken now, are going to their benches. The Warhawks in their home white jerseys with green trim and blue shorts. The Hawks in their away blue jerseys with red shorts and blue jerseys with red shorts and white trim. So it's going to be. Do you see who's in goal today, Aim?
I think it's going to be Luke.
It should be Luke. I think it was Lucas who's up. Risley was in goal yesterday, but we'll see once they skate out. We'll let you know. Goalies are hugging now, and it is Lucas going to the goal. It's going to be the top line of Ukoff, Ikeda, Fazio, with Odell and Grizetich starting back on D. 16-minute periods, a minute 30 for penalties. And for the second game of the state tournament, we're about to get underway. Referee is checking with both goalies. Puck is on the ice and is controlled by the Hawks. They try to get it in. Grizetich is deflected back into the Warhawk zone. Grizetich plays it up the wall to Ikeda. Ikeda now trying to get control of it. She can't, and the Hawks put it down behind the Warhawks net. Now Ukoff coming away with it. She tries to pat it up the wall. She can't. Grizetich now in the near corner with the puck. She's fighting with Darien players. And now Ikeda, puck's in the air, and it's taken out by Ukoff, and she golfs it down, but Hawks control it in the neutral zone, and they regroup. They play it cross ice now, trying to grab the red line, and they do. Now they gain the Warhawks zone on the far side, and they put it down. Grzetic will collect it. Puck behind the net. A Glenview player lost an edge. Warhawks are getting off to a slow start here. There's a backhand pass into the circle, and Ukoff just sends that down the ice. And it looks like that's going to go for icing. So with 15:07 left to play, first period, no score.
I'm going to be dancing around here. It's hard to get a good view. We're in the standing area and between the camera and everything else. So it's going to be Kroll on the faceoff. We're in the Warhawks zone. It goes back to McGuire. McGuire spins around. McGuire looking. She's coming up the boards. She shoots it up. That's going to go for icing. So we're going to go right back to that same place. 14:58 left, first period. Coming back to the near dot in the Warhawks zone for that faceoff. I see Kroll spinning around, talking to Hyman as she comes back to the dot for the faceoff. Kroll comes down, goes to McGuire in the corner. McGuire's pinned with a player. McGuire sent it up. The Hawks come out with the goal. So McGuire was trying to get that out of the corner. Hyman didn't see her passing it up. Hawks player got it. They got it net front. Rebound goal, net front. And the Hawks put it in the net. So Warhawks are down 1 with 1 minute and 10 seconds in that first period.
So an early goal for the Hawks, and that's something that they needed to get off to a good start. So the Warhawks will have to get that one back. 14:50 to go, first period. Porter now is out with Vanslow, Mihalovic, Feynman, and Odell back on defense. And that was just too much zone time. The Warhawks didn't do a good job of getting in and out. This is where those slow starts come to hurt you. Now the puck is played back, and Odell will collect that behind her own net. Odell with it, plays it off the wall, and now Feynman collects that. Feynman tries to get it up the boards, and she can't. And the Hawks have it now. It's in the far circle, played out to the line, and it's played back down. And now Odell coming over. It's out front. Porter has it off the wall to Mihalovic. She flicks it out. And now here comes Vanslow racing down. Vanslow tries to get a stick on it, but she can't. And here come the Hawks back in the neutral zone. Odell collects that behind the net in the near boards. And now she's coming up the wall. She tries to put it to center ice, and she throws a pizza out, almost stolen. That could have been bad. Mihalovic pops it out to center ice, and now in the slot, Odell has it. Now here comes Odell. She has one player to beat. Across the line, she lofts it up, and it's behind the net, picked up by Vanslow. That goes up into the netting, I think, no call. And now it's back to the circle, not out of the zone. And now the Hawks have it, and they'll skate it out. They bring it up the near boards, and they play it off the wall and down deep. It circles around, and it's picked up by Grzetic. Grzetic sidesteps a player. Now she's coming up the wall with some speed. Grzetic through center ice, and now she gains the Hawks zone in the near side. She's going to the net, looking. She's taken off the puck by a player, and it's going to be Ukoff who has it. She plays it to Johnson at the line. There's a shot, deflected. It's out front. Nothing happening. It is picked up by Russell. Russell plays it back down. Russell playing defense, and now it's taken away by the Hawks, and they put it out to center ice. They lose the puck there, and it's collected by Johnson in the neutral zone. Nice pass across to Grzetic to get it. That's what I was talking about. Grzetic had it. She lost it in her skates, and now the Hawks bring it back in their own zone. They're playing with a little urgency, and the puck, they try to pop it out, but it's kept in by Ukoff. She sidesteps a player on the far side. Now she tries to bring it down. Nice stick by a Hawks player. It's to the line now, and now it's put on shot on goal, deflected, sticked away by the Hawks goalie. Ukoff in the corner. She has 3 players on her, still fighting with the puck, and she manages to get it to Bridges. Bridges puts it in the slot. She had Russell for a second, but it couldn't get there, and Grzetic goes back to collect it in the zone. 12:30 to play first period. Warhawks behind by a goal. Georgie through center ice. Now she gets the red line, and she puts it down deep. It's going to be Fazio coming on the forecheck behind the Hawks goal. Darien player sidesteps her. Now it's to the line to McNiven. She loses the puck but keeps it in. Darien has it. They stick it to center ice, and now here they come through the middle. Nice stick by McNiven. And Ikeda has it, plays it off the wall to Ukoff. Ukoff with a player to beat. And she's in the left side now coming in, and she gets driven off the puck by a Hawks player. Now the Hawks have it, but Ikeda's back there on the forecheck in the far corner. Fazio has it. She tries to get it on her forehand and can't. It's on the far side half boards now, and Ikeda keeping it in. Warhawks giving the Hawks a fit. Now they try to get it out, but they can, and Ukov plays it back down. These Warhawks need to go for a change here, and they do. Ukov coming off the ice. It's behind the net. Fazio's trip, no call. And the Hawks have it. They play it off the wall, and now through center ice, and McNiven's going to collect that in the neutral zone coming down. The zone is clear. She loses the puck for a second, and now it's taken by Dina Cola. Dina Cola has it. She tries to put it through center ice. It's collected there by Kroll. Kroll with a shot on goal, sticked away by the goalie. And now they try to get it out, but it's collected by the Warhawks. The Warhawks putting a lot of pressure, and they're buzzing. We're down to 11 minutes first period. Warhawks down by a goal. Hyman had it for a second, and she lost it. Now Darien brings it out. Now they're through center ice. They gain the Warhawks line in the near side. In the right circle now, the Hawks try to play it up the wall. They can. It's in the corner still. Warhawks fighting for it, and they get it, and they pop it out through. It's down on net, so it's going to be no icing. Goalie plays it up the wall, out of the zone, but Kroll has it now. Kroll just tried to stick handle it along the blue line, but the Warhawks hadn't cleared the zone. 10:37 to go first period, 1-0 Darien Hawks.
You have Mihalovic, Vanslow, Porter out with Feynman and Odell. They're in the far dot, neutral zone. Puck is down off the faceoff. Hawks come out with it. Players sticked away by Odell. Feynman racing back for that puck. She's got one on. She shoots it up to Vanslow. Goes to Hawks player. Porter gets that. Porter chips it up. She's not past the red line. It's going to die before it gets to the line. Porter gets there first. Vanslow in the corner. Vanslow behind the net trying to get it to Porter. A little bit of a loose puck. Hawks come out with it, but it's backhanded in by Mihalovic. Porter back behind the net, hustling in. Porter looking, passes it back to Feynman. Feynman chews it back to Porter, back up the boards to Vanslow. Porter has it in the middle. It's towards the net. Shot away by a player. And it goes in! And the Warhawks put it in. I'm not sure exactly who put that in, but it was net front deflected. Let's see who's going to the front of the line. Looks like that's Porter. And she did the most hustling on that play, so she gets the goal. 9:56 left to play, tied up 1-1.
So a great goal by Porter, and the Warhawks are able to knot that back up. They're still not playing with the confidence that we're used to, but keeping it in the zone and keeping it alive caused that goal, and just a tough bounce for the Darien goalie on that. So it's Ukov with Bridges and Russell, Johnston and Grzetich back on D. 9:56 to go. Ref's trying to calm everybody down. Puck's on the ice now, and Darien has it. Right through the center now, far circle. They play it off the boards. Johnston has it. Sidesteps a player to Russell, who tries to get it out, but she can't. Now it's played back around to the near boards, and it's picked up by Darien there. And now Darien in the corner, near corner. Grzetich all over the player, and now it's being played out. A high stick by Darien, no call. Played up to the near boards half wall. Bridges tries to get something, played back down, and now it's going to be Ukov with the puck. She brings it through the circle. Ukov is going to bring it out of the zone. Ukov through center ice. Ukov with a player to beat. She tries to push it up. She can't get it, but it careens into the near corner. Ukov has it, and now Darien has it. They'll try to play it out, but it's controlled by, and a player sidesteps Grzetich, but Bridges has it up the wall now. She's trying to push it up to Russell. Russell trying to muscle it back into the Darien zone. It's right at the line, and now Bridges and Russell muscling the puck with Darien, and it's in the Darien zone. They're trying to keep it in. Under 9 minutes to play, to center ice now, taken across to Johnston, and she'll bring it in on the far side. She one-hands it down, and now she's back on the forecheck behind the goal. Darien plays it to the wall. Now cross ice where Darien player has it. Bit of a breakaway, but Grzetich is there and Ukov is there. Darien gains the line, not stick by Grzetich. Ukov trying to come away with it, and now Russell had it for a second. Ukov has it behind her own net, and she's spinning with the puck, looking. She tries to pat it up the wall. Darien has it. Grzetich trying to control it. She plays it over, and now she'll just flick that down the ice. That's going to go for icing. With 8:15 to go first period, we're knotted up at 1 goal each.
All right, you have Kroll coming out for the faceoff. It's going to be Kroll, Fazio, Ikeda. We have McNiven and McGuire back on D. Near dot, Warhawk zone. After that icing off the faceoff, it goes back to McGuire. She takes it back, She's going to go behind the net, but she spins. She's up the boards looking. She gets it to neutralize. That definitely crossed the blue line. The ref does not call it, but I clearly saw it cross the blue line. I'm standing right in front of it. It's coming up the boards. Warhawks trying to get it out. McNiven passes it out center. It goes back to McNiven. McNiven hustling. She takes it back to McGuire. McGuire gets it out of the zone, trying to get it up the boards to Ikeda. Hawks have it. They're going to have an entry. They're coming in the middle. McNiven has it. She takes it out off the boards. McNiven hustling in. She tries to chip that up. It goes off a player, but Fazio tries to get it on the boards. Hawks try to take it across ice. McGuire sees that. McGuire takes a nice shot. Saved by the goalie. Knocks it up in the air. It's on the far boards. Hawks coming up. Hawks trying to get it to a player. McGuire has position. It did not go for icing. McGuire has it. McGuire chips it up. And then Kroll sees it. Chips up. Off the stick of Kroll. Hawks player has it. Two defensive players. McNiven takes that puck away from the player. McNiven sends it back across the net. McGuire gets that. McGuire chips it off the boards. McNiven has it. Oh, McNiven had it. She chipped it a little bit too far to a Hawks player. There's a chance for a breakaway there. That was Hyman. Hyman coming back around. Hyman coming up the boards. Hyman takes it across the ice. It's in the Hawks zone. DiNicola, nice hustle. DiNicola's tripped up a little bit. Hawks and Warhawks trying to get it off the boards. Couldn't be kept in. Odell has that. Odell skates it around. Odell coming up the boards. She's going to take it behind the net. She's still got it. She's taking off the puck. Puck's loose. DiNicola and a Hawks player battling, trying to get it out. It's off the stick. Feynman hustling back. Feynman gets there. She takes it behind the net. She chips it up to Hyman. Hyman gets it out into the neutral zone. Porter hustling. Porter chips that up. DiNicola giving chase, is headed towards the goal. Hawks get there first. Hawks taking it up the boards. Vanslow's going to get that neutralized. Vanslow passes it back to Feynman. Feynman chips it, puts it on net, goes in front. Vanslow has it. Vanslow gets it out to Feynman. Feynman chips it back behind the net. It rims around. Vanslow giving chase. Vanslow in the corner. Vanslow doing an excellent job. Hawks trying to get it out. Warhawks trying not to let them. That should go for icing. It was not tipped. They say no ice. They say no ice. Grzetich gets it. Yeah, I'm not sure why that was not icing, but Grzetich has it. Hawk zone. She skates past a few players. She's still moving. She's going to exit the zone. She's got a player on, passes it to a Hawks player in the Hawks zone. Hawks trying to make an entry. They chip it up, tied up. Now it's loose in the middle, towards the net, off of Feynman. Mihalovic tries to get it out, doesn't hit it hard enough, goes towards the net. It's going to be Grzetich. Grzetich chips that deep. She gets it out of the zone. She's going to send it for icing. 5 minutes left to play. 1-1 first period.
And I think positioning on the rink is important right now for the Warhawks, who are not playing their best. Don't like that icing, even to get it out. I thought that we had, and I've talked about this, had some room to skate that puck. Now the face-off is back in the Warhawk zone in the near circle. 5 minutes left for the period, all knotted up at 1. It's on the ice. Kroll wins another face-off. She's been a monster on the dot. Plays it up the wall to Bridges. Bridges trying to bring it out. It's to the line, but she can't get it out. Now the puck is at center ice, and the Warhawks are on that. Now there's a deflection down into the Hawk zone, and it's going to be Russell on that. It's taken away by Kroll. Kroll skates it now to the left circle. She's looking, and she puts a shot on goal. It's a little bit wide, taken by Russell. She puts it back now. It's behind the Hawks net. Hawks control it now. They're trying to come out with it. A nice stick there by the Warhawks. Now it's out to center ice, and here come the Hawks. They're going to gain the Warhawks line on the far side and whiff on the puck. Nice stick by Grzetich. Grzetich keeps it from going down with her skate. Puck is still around, and now it's played to the line, but not out. Now Bridges deflects that out to the neutral zone where Kroll is on it, and there's a pizza, but Warhawks Kroll trying to give chase. She can't get to it. Backhanded in, and up to Bridges. Kroll dumps that down into the Darien zone. Fazio first on it in the far corner. Fazio on her backhand trying to get around into the slot. She backhands it to the far side. Johnston is first there. She hits it behind the Hawks net, and now it's out to mid-ice. and the Hawks bring it out. They'll dump it down. That should go for icing, and it does. 3:39 first period. We're knotted up at a point each.
All right. Warhawks sending out Porter, Ikeda, Fazio, McNiven, McGuire back. So far dot, Hawk zone. Porter down for the faceoff. Puck is dropped. Goes back to the corner. Hawks player there first, but Ikeda gets that on the cross behind the net pass. Ikeda is there. Both Ikeda and Porter go down. They need to get up. Hawks come out with it. It's going to go to McGuire and neutralize. McGuire passes it back to McNiven, gives everybody time to get it out. McNiven dumps it deep. Nice job. Rims around the back of the net. It's taken in. Porter gets that. She tries to send it deep, but it's off a Hawks player. That hits the ref. Hawks are going to get an entry on that. McGuire, taking the player off the puck, goes to net front. McNiven has it. McNiven, not a strong enough pass. McNiven needs to get it out of the zone. She chips it on the boards. Nice job, Hannah. Hannah, one great thing she always does is she always comes back. If she makes a mistake, she does not stop pressing and usually corrects it somehow. So Hawks have that. They're trying to get it out of the Hawks zone. They're on the boards. Odell got that middle ice. It gets knocked against the ref, so it rebounds before it can be sent deep. It goes back. That's going to be McGuire going back. McGuire has it. McGuire chips it up the boards to DiNicola. DiNicola trying to get it to Hyman. It was intercepted by a Hawks player. Goes back. Odell has it. She backhands it out of the zone. Ukoff giving chase. Hawks player has it on the boards. It's going to go to Odell. Odell chips it up. It goes briefly into the Hawks zone. Back to neutral ice. Hawks player coming in. Sticked by Feynman. Nice play. Was net front. They got it out. So Hawks have it on the boards. Chipped up by DiNicola. It's going back behind the net. That's going to be Ukoff heading back behind the net. Warhawks need to get that out. Hyman turn around. And it's taken by Ukoff. Ukoff trying to make an entry. She comes in the zone. She's on the far boards. She's got DiNicola. DiNicola takes it. DiNicola sends it wide of the net. It's chipped. Feynman catches it, drops it, and sends it into the zone. So it goes up the boards. It's going to be Odell heading back.
Come on, ice.
Odell has it. Odell, Kroll trying to get a good position to bring it off the board. She sends it into the neutral zone. Vanslow is there. Hawks shot blocked away by Lucas. Hawks have it. They send it up the boards. It's chipped and then caught by Lucas.
1:08 to go first period. I have to say it's been pretty even both ways. Warhawks are picking it up some, but we're not seeing the usual speed that the Warhawks play with. And now the faceoff is going to be taken by Kroll in the Warhawks zone in the circle. It goes up to the point. Hawks take a shot. Nice block there by Mihalovic. It's played down by the Hawks and controlled by Kroll. Kroll bringing it around her own net. Now Kroll bringing it out, and she flicks it down ice. It was hit by a player. I think that's going to go for icing, though. We're under a minute in the first period. I'll keep it here with 51.9 to go. The Hawks are playing with the urgency that they need to this game. Warhawks have yet to pick it up, and it's going to be Porter taking the face off with I can't see who else is on the ice. Just bad. And it's to the high point now. Back to the near point. There's a shot. Pad saved by Lucas, and now played up the wall, but not out. And now McGuire has it, and they did call in offsides there. So that offsides, I think the refs saved the Hawks a rush on that one because the Warhawks were coming with speed and had the Hawks players back on their heels. Bridges, Russell, Porter, McGuire, and McNiven, and the faceoff goes back into the Hawks zone now. 35 seconds to go. They try to lift it to center ice, but they don't. Now here come the Hawks. They're across the red line with 30 seconds left into the Warhawk zone. There's a shot blocked by McGuire, and it's taken by Bridges. She tries to get it to Porter, and here she comes. with 20 seconds left. Porter gains the line. Porter looking. She gets it across. Oh, she had Russell for a second. Now Russell tries to get a shot that doesn't get through with 11 seconds to go. And now the Hawks have it. They get it to center ice now with 6 seconds. Collected by McGuire, 3 seconds. McGuire looking to get it out. She sends it down ice, and that's going to do it for the period. That puck just got to the line, would have been icing, but the clock expired. So pretty even first period. The Warhawks got off to a slow start, and the Hawks were able to get a marker on the board early, but the Warhawks fought back. They benefited from an odd bounce, and Porter got one across the line to knot this up at 1. But the Warhawks really need to pick it up. I think if you're Coach Bill, you're saying, hey, listen, you're starting to get some better zone time, but you got to control the neutral zone, and you got to keep the Hawks bottled in and get some better shots. Warhawks have not gotten the spacing that we're used to, and we haven't seen the big defensive pounders. That would be Maggie McGuire and Brooklyn Odell, who usually would have had a few shots on goal by now, but we haven't seen that yet in this game. Amy, anything that you saw first period?
Yeah, I think that, I think that goal woke them up. I don't see it as dire, like we're not hustling. I think we do need to turn it on, but we're holding our own, definitely. So we need to do a little bit more in the second period than hold our own and come out and score some goals here. They need to play that defense that they play in the games that matter, which are all of them. And let's see what happens when we come out here in the second period. I know Coach Bill is telling them not to let up, to be smart, not to allow any breakaways, not to allow the Hawks to set up, hustling to the puck, not allowing that strong shot from the point. So here we go. Warhawks huddling up.
We're on the corner over there.
All right. Center ice. It's going to be Ukhoff on the faceoff with Fazio and Ikeda. It's going to be Odell and McGuire back on D to start. Warhawks are going to be moving from left to right across your screen on offense. Let's get started, ladies. Right here, right now. Ukhoff down for the faceoff. Puck is out. Goes back to a Hawks player. Hawks trying to bring it up the boards. Player chips it deep. Odell hustling back to the puck. She's first on. She's going to come up the ice. She gets past a couple Hawks players. She's bringing it up the ice. She goes mid-ice. She's going to take an entry in the near boards. She still has it, battling off the puck. She's held off the puck, but Fazio comes in for help. Fazio and Hawks now have it behind their own net. It's going to be Ikeda that's going to get there. I can see that. And then Hawks player has it, kicks it off the ice, still coming up the boards. Ukhoff not letting up. Sticks by Odell. Odell tries to take a shot, still stays in the zone. Chips out to neutral ice. Odell chips it back in before Ukhoff can get out. We're going to get offsides here. So 15-18 left in the second period.
So we're coming down to center ice for this face-off. Kroll and Dina Cola and Hyman with McNiven and Grzetich back. Grzetich back on D. Puck is at center ice, playing it up the wall. There are the Hawks, and now the Hawks will take it. They gain the line, but Grzetich is right there. Now the Hawks have a shot. There's a shot. Pad save by Lucas. She had a chance to cover it, but she didn't. Now it's back out to the far circle. There's another shot on goal, and a glove save by Lucas, unable to control it. Hawks trying to stuff it in the crease, and they had an opportunity there, but they couldn't get it. And now it's picked up by the Hawks still, tried it in the crease again, but it's knocked away now, and the puck careens over to the near circle, or near corner, I should say, and the Warhawks have it. They lift it to center ice. That puck is touched, and Hyman was taken down, no call. And now Kroll with a great stick. It's to Dina Cola. She sidesteps a player in the slot. She tries to backhand it down, but she couldn't get enough on it. And here come the Darien Hawks the other way. They gain the red line now, and they'll take the Warhawks line center. And now they're in the far circle. There's a shot on goal and a stick save by Lucas. And now here comes Kroll. She backhands it up to Dina Cola. Dina Cola takes it out. She skates it. She kicks it past the red line. And now McNiven, she plays it to Grzetich. And Grzetich plays it down low. And now here comes Vanslow on the forecheck. puck around to the far boards, and it's played back around to the near boards by the Hawks at the near half wall. Taking off the puck is Mihalovic takes a player off the puck, and now it's back down low. Mihalovic giving chase. She sticks it with a player down there, and the Hawks try to get it out, and they'll put it across center ice, but they lose it. Feynman going back in the Warhawks zone for it. She plays it, loses it now. She tries to push it up the boards, and she can't, not out of the zone, and there it was out of the zone. The Hawks tried to pat it back in, and there was an offsides. So the faceoff will be at the circle just outside of the Warhawks zone.
All right, on the faceoff, you have Porter, Mihalovic, Vanslow out. Comes out to the Hawks, neutral ice, but Vanslow chips it up. Steal. Violet's going to have a break. Come on, Violet doesn't get it off her stick, but it's still net front. It's going to be Feynman. Feynman takes that. She takes a low shot, blocked away. Hawks trying to come up. Hawks get it out into the neutral zone, but it goes to Odell. Odell spinning around the corner. Odell's going to make an entry into the zone. Odell comes to center, takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Porter coming in, trying to keep that puck in. It's in front of Porter. Vanslow has it, sends it back towards the net behind. Russell's going to get there first. Russell's got it in the corner. Russell shoots it across to Porter. Porter can't get it over stick. She was trying for a one-timer, but she had the position. Feynman has that. Feynman sends it up the boards. Feynman has it. She chips it back. She tries to chip it deep. It's off a Hawks player. It's at neutral ice. Feynman gets it into the zone off the boards. Goes in Feynman's skate. Chipped in by, I think, Bridges. Bridges giving chase. They're on the boards. Feynman keeps that in, sends it towards the net. Nice job. Bridges is going to get there. Bridges gets it, chips it back behind the net. Warhawks go for a change. We have Ukoff in. Ukoff sends it to Bridges. Bridges has it in the corner. Bridges, puts it in front. Odell's going to get a shot. Odell takes a shot. Saved by the Hawks goalie. That was on net. Fazio has it. I like the buzzing here, ladies. Let's keep it up. Fazio's going to get that in the corner. Fazio butts around. She gets it net front. Hawks have it now. They're going to try to get it out. Their Hawks players hectored by the Warhawks. Hawks have it neutral ice now. It's going to go to McGuire. McGuire was taken off by someone coming in right off the box. Hawks player gets a shot off wide of the net. It's going to be Odell behind the net. Odell keep moving forward. Odell sends it off the boards, and that's going to go for icing. I think Odell's legs were just a little bit tired. She was out there for a long shift. Otherwise, she would have chipped and chased.
Yeah, Odell, I think, had an opportunity to bring that up, but she was tired. That was a long shift. So 11:38 to go second period. We're still knotted up at 1. Ukoff, Fazio, Akeda, McGuire, and McNiven. Face-off is in the far circle in the Warhawk zone. That's Lucas's glove side. And we're waiting now, and ref is coming over. They really are making them patient. Puck goes to the point now, and there's a low shot, and that's a glove save, a Derek Jeter by Lucas. So we'll do it again. 11:33 second period. We're all knotted up in a pretty even game so far. Ukoff taking this draw again. Puck's on the ice now, taken by Maggie McGuire. She spins with 2 Hawks on her, plays it up the wall to Ukoff. Ukoff now, she plays it through center ice. Warhawks have a 2-on-1. Fazio and Ukoff. Ukoff shoots, pad save. It's still out in front, and the Hawks have it, and now they'll try to play it to center ice, and they misplay it there, and it's poked in still on the blue line. It comes out to center ice. Ukoff tries to one-hand it. She can't, and now the Hawks gain the Warhawks line, and a nice play there by McGuire. Nice defensive play, and it's going to be taken by Ukoff again. She gains the line left side. She's at the far circle now. She but the player off, and Dina Cola has it. Dina Cola's driven off the puck, and now Hyman has it. Hyman plays it down to Ukoff. Ukoff back to McNiven. McNiven fires. She dusted it off. Here comes McGuire. There's a slap shot. It hits a stick and careens out. And the Hawks have it. They try to get it to center ice, and it's taken by McNiven there. McNiven waits till the zone clears, and she plays it down ice. It spins around into the far corner where Hyman had it for a second. She lost it off her stick, and now back to center ice, and it's played across in the neutral zone by McGuire. She puts it down low. It happens to be on net, and it was sticked away. And now back to center ice, and Hyman collects it. Hyman has it. She loses an edge, and now McGuire takes it. I'm sorry. That was Johnson who had it. There was a switch there. And now Dina Cola has it. Dina Cola pity pats that back down, and the Warhawks go for a change. And now the Hawks are trying to get it out of the zone during the Warhawks change. They misplay it, though, and now it's lost in some skates. Kroll had it for a second. Kroll's still fighting for it, and she causes a turnover. It's back into the Warhawk zone where Grzetic has it. She tries to play it up and out of the zone, but the Darien Hawks have it, and they play it down. And what is the call there? Do we have too many men on the ice? There were some switches going on. Maybe it was just an offsides as Darien was unable to get out of the zone for a switch. They're going through the door and not out of the zone. So the faceoff is going to be at center ice. Kroll taking the draw with Mihalovic, Vanslo, Johnston, and Grzetic. 9:43, 1-1 still, and it's taken by Johnston to Grzetic. She plays it up ice. Nice play. Mihalovic almost had it. It squirts into the Darien zone. Darien in the near corner. Nice forecheck, and the puck goes up into the netting with 9:33 left, second period. 1-1.
Tessa Mihalovic hustling right there. She had a great game yesterday, just constantly hustling through. So the puck's dropped. Kroll on the faceoff. Puck's held at center. They're still trying to get out with some skate. Hawks comes out with it. Vanslow's back there. Mihalovic and Vanslow tag teaming. Grzetic holds the line. Hawks take it across ice. Mihalovic tries to catch it. It weakly goes to neutral ice. Vanslow has it. She sends it across the ice. Grzetic is going to see it. Grzetic chips it back to neutral ice. Hawks have it on the boards. Hawks player looking for a pass. Almost intercepted by Vanslow. It's chipped up. Johnson has position. She's going back for the puck. Hawks player takes her off the puck, still battling in the corner. Vanslow doing a good job holding that player. Puck comes out. Johnson and Vanslow passing. Mihalovic had a nice position on the Hawks player, got in front of her to take that puck. Kroll and Vanslow. Vanslow backhands it into the zone. Nice job, Violet. Hawks have it behind their own net. Warhawks going for a change, trying to keep it in that zone. Johnson gets good position. Johnson going back, change direction, loses an edge as she changes direction. But she gets back on her feet, right back on it. It's going to be Porter taking that behind the net to get it to Bridges. It goes back behind the net. That's Grzetic. Grzetic passing it up. Bridges should have it. Bridges takes it to center ice. It's going to be picked up by a Hawks player. Russell, nice defense there. Russell and a player go down. Johnson gets that in the corner. Johnson skating behind her own net. Taking too much time. She's taking off the puck, and it goes across ice. So nice play by the Hawks, but better save by Lucas. So Hawks come across too many chances right in front of that net. 7:58 left to play, second period.
Warhawks being a little sloppy with the puck down here. We need to kind of whip it around and get going. So Feynman and Odell back in now with, looks like Porter taking the draw with Russell and Bridges in. 7:58. Referee blows a whistle. I think the player's out of position on that faceoff. So now we'll do it again. Porter taking the draw now. It goes back to Odell. Odell spinning around in the corner. She tries to play it around to Feynman. Feynman couldn't have it, but Russell picks it up now. Feynman gets it behind the net. Feynman pity pats that to Odell. She lost it for a second. She needs to have two hands on the puck. Nice pass by Odell to Porter. Porter through center ice. She's going to gain the line far side, or near side, I'm sorry. Porter coming in, one-handing it. She's behind the net. Nice speed by Porter. And now Bridges has it. She sidesteps a player. She's looking. She tries to get it on her backhand, and now it's to the line. Feynman, she shoots, cross into the corner. And now Russell will pick it up there at the half wall. Odell comes away with it. She tries to get a shot off, but she can't. Ukov now, and up. It's going to be Bridges. Ukov has it, plays it back down to Bridges. Now Ukov has it at the circle. She fires, and it's just out. And no, he called it in. He called a goal. And Ukov hit the high bar. It circled in, and it must have crossed the line and come out. So with 7:07 to go in the second period, Vivian Dior Ukov puts the biscuit in the basket.
Woo! So I will say that I was watching the ref. He had the best position. He was right in front of the net. He called it a goal straight off. So really no argument there. So coming off for that faceoff, Warhawks take the lead 2-1, 7:07 left to play. Let's come alive, ladies. Kroll down for the faceoff. It's Ikeda and Fazio out with her. McGuire, McNiven back. Hawks come out with it. They try to get it out of the neutral zone. Hectored by Fazio. Nice play. Kroll comes out with it. Kroll coming across neutral ice. Tries to chip it up. Hawks player has it. Ikeda and Kroll on the blue line. Kroll tries to send it towards the net, blocked into a Hawks player. Neutral ice. McGuire gets that. McGuire spins around. She's going to take an entry, I think. She gets past one player. She gets past another. She's coming in hard. She shoots. Save. Nice save by the Hawks goalie, but nice shot by Maggie McGuire. It goes to the corner. Fazio chasing. Hawks player chips it around. McNiven sees that. She comes in. She tries to get it net front. She's got Ikeda. Oh, Ikeda it sticked before she can get a solid shot. But nice play. Backhanded to the center. Off the skate of a Hawks player. Fazio steals it. Send it towards the net. It bounced in front of the goalie. Nice play by Fazio. McNiven tried to keep that in. She couldn't keep it in, but she gets good position. And she crosses it across neutral ice. It goes to McGuire. McGuire chips it in towards the net. Goalie's got to make a save there. It's on net. Kroll coming around. Kroll. That goes to McGuire. McGuire can't get it off her stick right away. But, oh, she's taken off the stick. Hawks player doesn't send it right away. It goes neutral ice. Hawks player coming across. Hawks player coming in. McNiven getting on her. Pushes to the corner. It's going to be Kroll coming out with that. Sends it. Hawks player is the only person on the other side of the ice. They send it into a Warhawks player. Nice shot. Save. It's backhanded again towards the net. Lucas locks it away. Hawks coming around, trying to get a strong shot. Need to take them off that puck. McGuire getting good position. McGuire on the boards. The puck is loose. I can see it from here. McNiven is going to get that towards the net. She sends it off the board smartly. She's been practicing that. It's not going to make it for icing. So we have DiNicola and Hyman in the zone. Porter's going to see that. Porter's going to come in. Porter takes a shot. It goes into a Hawks player, but she tries to backhand it. They're still battling. Porter gets it in the corner. She's spinning around. She's back behind the net. She's got an open player in Vanslow. She can't get it off her stick. Vanslow comes to the corner. Vanslow sees it. Vanslow in the corner gets it to Porter. Porter takes it back to Vanslow. You got DiNicola in net front. Vanslow has it. Vanslow, oh! Goes back to Porter. Porter trying to one time, and it goes back to Grzelczyk. Grzelczyk sends it towards the net. It goes off the skate of a player. It's net front. Vanslow sees it. Vanslow's in the corner. Vanslow tries to backhand it. She's tied up with a Hawks player. Vanslow still battling. Porter has it. Porter, two Hawks players behind the net. Vanslow comes away with it. She tries to send it. Nice shot by Violet into the glove of the Hawks goalie. But nice run there by the Warhawks. Plenty of chances. We need to keep that up.
Warhawks need to limit zone time for the Hawks here. When they do and get the forecheck going, they really have been buzzing. So 4:21, Feynman and Odell back with Porter, Mihalovic, and Vanslow. Faceoff is in the far circle in the Darien Hawks zone. Porter taking the draw, puck's on the ice. She kicks it forward. Nobody knows where it is. Hawks get it behind their own net, and here comes Porter away with it. Porter looking. She puts it in the slot for Vanslow, for Mihalovic, back to Vanslow. Now Porter, she tries to play it back to Vanslow and can't. Porter has it, but Mihalovic collects that. And now Mihalovic looking. It's down in the corner now. Darien's driving him off the puck. They try to play it up the wall, and it is Odell who is able to keep that back down. It's in the corner now, and Mihalovic and Porter, and Mihalovic had it for a second, and now it's played off the wall to center ice, and it's lost by Feynman, but Odell is there, and now played back, and Feynman keeps it in the neutral zone. And Vanslow and Feynman. Feynman kicks it out to Ukoff. Ukoff with one person to beat. Ukoff with a nice sidestep move. And now she backhands it. And a great save by the Darien goalie. Ukoff, unfortunately, had that on her backhand. She tried to put it 5-hole, but she was kind of falling with a rolling puck. Tried to put it through there, and she couldn't. So 3:30 to go, second period, 2-1 Warhawks.
Next one, Viv. Next one. All right. Ukoff shaking off her hand. She goes down for the faceoff with Russell and Bridges. It goes back behind the net. Russell takes a player off the puck. Russell and Bridges trying to tag team there. Everybody's tied up. It's going to be kept in by McNiven. Nice backhand off the boards. Bridges sends it towards the net. It's covered by the Hawks goalie. So 3:16 left to play. Warhawks still up 2-1. McGuire, McNiven, Bridges, Ukoff, Russell. We're going to go to the near dot Hawks zone for the faceoff. Ukoff down, puck is out. Ukoff's holding a player off. Hawks player is the first one in to get that puck. They're behind their own net. Russell's on it. It's chipped up the board. Should be intercepted. It is by Ukoff. Ukoff has it. She passes it back to McNiven. McNiven skates in, takes a shot. It goes through the skates of a player. It's still loose. And Hawks are going to come out with it. They take it to center ice. Bridges with a nice back check is on it. Bridges and McGuire together. Bridges holding that player on the puck. Nice job by Zoe Bridges. Nice defense. Hawks come out with it behind the net. It goes off the skate of a player. Bridges sees it. She's trying to get it on the blue line. She takes some players forward with momentum. McGuire has it. McGuire has Russell with her. McGuire gets past a player. She's going in. McGuire! Oh! That one I think was a goal too. Goes off the high post, but McGuire's still going. She sends it to Ikeda. Ikeda takes it back to McGuire, but there was a Hawks player that saw that. That's going to be chipped up. Should go for icing. So almost seemed like the same shot that Ukoff took.
It was the same shot, rang a dinner bell and rimmed around, but the referee didn't call that over. So we're still at 2-1, I should say, with 2:20 in the second period. Warhawks, though, getting some good zone time. When they put pressure on, they can really get this Darien Hawks team on their heels, and it's been mistakes only or misplays that have done it. So face-off is in the near circle in the Darien Hawks zone. Darien plays it around to the far corner. Johnston sneaking up. Nice keep. She keeps it in. It's behind the net now. It's Kroll. Kroll looking. She's in the circle. Kroll had him in the middle. She couldn't. Now Darien lifts it out to the neutral zone where Grzetic collects it. Grzetic now fires it back in. Darien had it. They lost it for a second. Now they send it down ice. That should go for icing with 1:58 to go second period. So a win here. The Warhawks control their own destiny. A regulation win here, and I still trying to do my math, but I think that would put the Warhawks in the top two in the round robin and give us a trip to the championship game. So holding on to this lead is critical with 1:58 to go. Kroll's taking this draw in the far circle in the Darien Hawks zone, and Kroll had it for a second but lost it. Here comes Darien with speed across the red line. Now they try to dump it down, and they can't. And now it's Maddie Fazio playing it off the boards, and she had it with Kroll for a second, and now Darien just lost that back in across the blue line for offsides. 1:48 to go, 2-1 Warhawks, second period.
One thing I've noticed on our faceoffs is our centers are doing a great job of holding the players off the puck, but the first one in seems to be the Hawks, so we need to do a better job. So down on the faceoff is Kroll. Kroll, Fazio, Ikeda. Puck is out. Ikeda chips it up to a Hawks player. They take it across ice in the neutral zone, trying to get an entry. One player comes on, taken off the puck. McGuire's going to come out with that. McGuire coming through. McGuire's going to take a side view. McGuire is going in. McGuire in. McGuire takes a shot that goes high. McNiven sees where that's going. She comes in. She takes a player. That was Odell. Odell takes a player off the puck. Nice choice there. Fazio backs into it, kicks it out. Nice job. Ikeda giving chase, trying to get in front of that Hawks player. Hawks trying to make an exit. They're going to get it out of the zone. Player coming up to the middle. Player chips it towards the net, goes wide of the net. Odell has it. Odell tries to backhand it. It's taken away by a Hawks player. Hawks player has it. They pass it across defensive player. Hawks player sends it to the corner. It's going to be Ikeda trying to get there first. Another shot right into the gut of Lucas. 50.8 seconds left in this second period, 2-1. So too much time with the puck there for the Hawks. Warhawks need to get on that. It's going to be McNiven and Grzetic back on defense. Porter, DiNicola, Hyman in. Porter off the faceoff. Goes out to a Hawks player. They send it to the defensive player. Defensive player tries to get a shot. It's blocked by the stick of Hyman, and Hyman loses her stick for a second, but she gets it back. Hannah McNiven right in the front. Hawks too much had a chance in front of the net. Hawks still going with that puck. Where are we? Someone needs to get there. They get it to a player in front of the net. There's a open Hawks player on the side of the net that we just did not have covered. They get it net front. And a beautiful save. So that open Hawks player on the side of the net that we didn't cover just took a shot, but luckily it was a great save by Lucas. But we can't leave that player unattended net front.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything lucky about that. I think that was just a good quality save by Lucas, who's been tested today and risen to the occasion. So Ukoff with Vanslo, Mihalovic, and McGuire and Odell back. 23.5 to go. Face off in the Warhawk zone in the near circle. Played up the wall by Mihalovic. That puck is going down ice. It's going to go for icing, and we'll bring it all back down with 15.7. Warhawks need to end this period strong and get to the third, hanging on to this 1-goal lead.
Come on, Hawks, let's go.
Face off back into the near circle in the Warhawk zone. And now puck's on the ice. Late start to the clock, to the ice, and they knocked away. It's missed by the Hawks player, goes back into their zone. Their goalie plays it up the wall. It's in the neutral zone now. The Hawks have it with 4 seconds left. They loft it back down into the Warhawks zone, and that's going to do it for the period. So the Warhawks are 16 minutes away from punching their ticket to one of the top 2 positions in this round robin with a regulation win, and that's what they need. We've seen the Warhawks, the ice is starting to tilt in the Warhawks' direction, especially in this second period after a very even first period. When the Warhawks are able to get on the forecheck hard, they've been able to control the offensive zone, and they've been able to control the neutral zone. When the Warhawks have allowed Darien to get it over the red line, center ice, and play it down into the Warhawk zone, Darien has had some really good chances. The Warhawks are not getting the puck out cleanly. We've seen our defensive players, that Maggie McGuire and Brooklyn Odell, having to take control and kind of skate that puck out. The Warhawks aren't doing a good job of getting it to the half wall and punching it into the center of the ice. The Darien Hawks are overcommitting on the walls, and so if we can get a center coming up center ice, playing the dot lane, I think the Warhawks would get better exits without having to have the defenders skated out. Maggie McGuire came down and had a great shot in that second period, which rang the dinner bell, but didn't go in after a similar shot earlier by Vivian Ukoff did go in the net. So we'll see what's happening in this third period, but the Warhawks really need to keep the pressure on. I didn't see the shots on goal score, but now I can see it on the far scoreboard. And right now, the Warhawks are out shooting Darien 17-13. So we'll see if we can keep that up. Any thoughts before we start this third period, Abe?
Yeah, 2 things, and that I mentioned before. Off of the face-off, we're holding players off the puck, but we need to be the first ones on that puck. And then a couple times, and it resulted in a near goal, let's call it. We left a player net side, just a wide open player that had time, and if the puck came out, that last one resulted in a shot. So we need to do a little bit better front of that net front coverage, especially when the Hawks have it, in our zone. So 16 minutes left to play here. Warhawks coming out. Goalies share a hug. Warhawks are going to be back from moving left to right across your screen. It's going to be Ukoff, Fazio, and Ikeda coming out with McGuire and Odell. So off the face-off. So here, we'll see what happens. Ukoff coming off on the face-off. She always does a good job. Goes back to McGuire. Warhawks win that face-off. The Hawks have it in the neutral zone. It's chipped back. It's going to be Odell. Odell goes back to the puck. Odell coming out behind. It goes to a Hawks player. Hawks defensive player takes a shot. That's off the stick. McGuire gets that. McGuire shoots it off the boards, but it's blocked by the skate of a player. McGuire's got a second. She shoots it across to Mari Fazio. Fazio is going to make an entry. Fazio coming in. Fazio takes a shot. It goes into the skates of a Hawks player. Warhawks trying to keep that. Fazio coming in. Fazio gets a shot. She takes it low. It's net front for a second. Fazio follows her own shot. She still got it. She chips it up high. It's on the boards. Nice job by Mari Fazio. Hyman comes in. Hyman skating back. Hyman keeps going. She's back behind the net. Puck is loose. Hawks player didn't see that. Hawks player sends it out. Should go for icing. It does. So 15:02 left in this third period. 2-1 Warhawks.
Some great opportunities there, but the Warhawks couldn't get a better shot on goal. Face-off now is going to go back down into the Hawks zone in the far circle. It's going to be Kroll, Hyman, Dina Cola, Grzetich, and McNiven. Kroll taking the draw. There's the draw. It's to McNiven at the point. There's a shot deflected by a Hawks player. Hawks play it behind their own net. They try to get it up the wall. McNiven loses it, but nobody's there. Grzetich will collect that, a rolling puck back in her own zone. Grzetic trying to bring it up. Nice pass to center ice to Dina Cola, but she can't control it. And now it's backhanded back down into the Warhawk zone where McNiven will take it. Grzetic has it, backhands it to Dina Cola. Dina Cola tried to get it to Kroll coming out of the zone. She couldn't get it. The puck pounces past the blue line. There's an offsides no call, but it's controlled by McNiven. She plays it off the board. Nice seal by a Darien player on Dina Cola. And now they're played across ice, and the Hawks gain the line in the near side. Grzetic drives them off the puck, and she'll collect it. She tries to push it along. Hawks have it. They try to put it in the slot. Nice play there by Kroll, but the Hawks still have it. It's to the line. Now they play it back down to the half boards. There's a shot. Nice save by Lucas, and she jumps out and grabs that with 14:04 to go in the third period. Warhawks holding on to a 1-goal lead.
Oh, is there?
Come on, Hawks. Let's go, Hawks. Let's go.
So it's going to be Grzetic going in the box. Grzetic protecting the net, gets called on a penalty. 14:04 left in this period. So it's going to be Ukoff, Odell, McGuire, and Fazio out there. Off the faceoff, it goes to McGuire. McGuire takes it off the back of the ref. Hawks have it. Hawks put a shot towards the net, hustling to the corner. It's passed up to a Hawks player. Hawks take another shot. Nice save by Lucas. McGuire gets that out. She's going to send it. It's going to be maybe on net, and it's going to go for icing. So 1 minute and 10 seconds left on that penalty. So on that last goal, right, there was a player that went flying. There was a little bit of pushing. I felt like the refs felt like they had to call a penalty because a girl ended up on the ice. So Ukoff near dot on the faceoff. They're down low. McGuire ready back. McGuire tries to take it deep. McGuire, that was Odell. Odell chips it deep. She's going to keep going. She gets it to neutral ice. Ukoff is going to push it in front of a player. Ukoff's going to have a chance here. Ukoff, nice save. Ukoff had a breakaway. Nice save by the Hawks goalie.
So great play by Vivian to get that down. I thought she was going to go forehand, backhand, but she played it on her forehand and a nice glove save by the Hawks goalie. 13:31 to go for the period. 58 seconds left on the man advantage for the Darien Hawks. Face off in the Hawks zone in the near circle. Hawks push it out. It's to the line, but not out. There's a shot by McNiven. Gloved away by the goalie. Now Darien lifts it out to center ice. It's Fazio first on it. Fazio plays it. She gets it back to the neutral zone. Darien has it. They'll try to bring it in, and they do on the near side. Darien one-hands it back in. There's a shot, and now it's taken down ice by McGuire with 32 seconds left on the man advantage. That's going to go for icing. So Warhawks get some fresh legs on the ice, and 13:04 for the third period.
Still going to be Ukoff on that faceoff. It goes back to McGuire. McGuire changes direction. McGuire behind the net, chips it up the boards. It's going to go to a Hawks player who skates it in. Hawks go behind the net. McGuire takes that player off the puck. It's coming around the boards. 20 seconds left on the penalty. Hawks player takes a shot right into the gut of Lucas. Nice save by Claire Lucas. 15 seconds left on the penalty. 12:48 left in the period. So they're coming back for the faceoff. We're in the near dot Warhawk zone. Ukoff coming down for another faceoff. Ukoff on the faceoff chips out to a Hawks player. Right, nice job by Ukoff to stick that away. McGuire sees that. McGuire chips it off the boards. It's kept in by a Hawks player. Hawks player skates in, takes a backhanded shot that goes across the crease. Maddie Fazio is going to be the first one there. Maddie Fazio chips it across ice. If Ukoff has got anything left, she's got to be tired. So now we're at full strength. It goes to neutral ice. McGuire comes in. The player gets that past McGuire, but Bridges with a nice back check passes it to a Hawks player. Sticked away by Odell. It's behind the net. McGuire comes out in front of it. McGuire chips it past. Bridges chips it past. Bridges keeps chipping it. It will go for icing if it gets to that red line. It's not called. Icing's waved off. Bridges gets there. Bridges battling with Russell. It comes out back behind the net. 12 minutes left in the period. Nice pass that's seen by McNiven. McGuire chips that deep, goes back behind the net. Porter going to be the first one on there. Porter gets there. Porter's got Russell. She can't get it. She's hectored by the player. She couldn't get it off. Porter's going to see that. She's got it. She gets in front. Oh, she tries to send it in front. Johnson has the puck. Johnson sends it towards the net. McNiven hustling in. Bridges gets that in the corner. I like the setup here. Bridges gets it to Russell. Russell takes a shot. It goes wide of the net. Bridges comes out with it, though. Bridges battling a player. She leaves the puck. Porter sees it. It's snuck up the boards. Hawks have it on the boards. Still not out. The player can't get it off her stick. Johnson keeps it in. Goes to Porter. Goes to Bridges. She's got a shot. Bridges. It's sticked before it goes weakly to the side of the net. McNiven sees that. McNiven sends it, centers it, get right back to Porter. Porter backhands it to the corner. Hawks trying to get it out, but they can't at the moment. Russell does it. Johnson's going to send it towards the net. Nice shot by Johnson. Saved by the Hawks goalie. Bridges comes off. Akeda comes on. That should go for icing. And it does. 10:51 left. Third period. Warhawks lead the Chicago Hawks 2-1.
So Warhawks keeping the pressure on, up 2-1 with 10:51. A guaranteed first or second place with a regulation win for the Warhawks. Face off in the Darien Hawks zone in the near circle. Grzetich and Odell back. Krull takes it. And now the Warhawks, it's out to center ice. Grzetich has it. She waits for the zone to clear, and she plays it back down. Here comes Krull. She has a bit of a breakaway. She shoots, and it's wide of the net. Ikeda first over. It's going to go to Odell at the line. She golfs one, and a glove save by the Darien goalie with 10:35 to go. And just a good opportunity for Aubrey. I think that she was trying to go blocker side high, and she just couldn't get it in there. She's going to take this draw in the far circle in the Hawks zone. And puck's on the ice, controlled by the Hawks, but now the Warhawks have it. Odell picks it to Krull. Krull in the high slot. She fires wide of the net. Puck careens around to the near boards now at the half wall. Darien plays it behind their own net. Now they play it around to the far boards where Maddie Fazio has it. Now it's back, and it's a little bit of a breakaway. Oh, and the Darien player overskates it. McGuire gets it. McGuire gains the line, and she tries to put it on net by a Darien player. McGuire at the near board half wall, and Darien just floats that down the ice. There's a rolling puck, and it's going to be collected by McNiven in her own zone. She has one player on. She sidesteps her, but she's still having trouble getting it from behind the net. She plays it to the boards to Akeda. Akeda now to center ice. She had it for a second. Now here comes McNiven. McNiven to Krull. Krull can't control it, and now Krull has it. She backhands that down deep in the zone, and some fresh legs on the ice. It's Hyman and Dina Cola. Hyman has it. Hyman looking. She plays it, tries to play it down to Dina Cola. Now she puts a shot on, sticked away by the Darien goal. Dina Cola has it. She sidesteps a player. She's looking. She tries to get it on her forehand, and she can't. And that's taken off the puck by a Darien player. Darien has it, but it's going to be Hyman who has it. There's a shot! And who was that, Aim? Who was that?
Oh, hell! Odell sees that loose puck, takes a shot, takes it high, right in the basket. 3-1 Warhawks lead. 9:19 left to play. That was a nice run there, though. Our ladies really worked hard.
Brooklyn!
Those last couple shifts, they were keeping it in the zone, getting some shots, and sooner or later I felt like one was going to fall. So great shot there by Brooklyn Odell. Face off center ice. It's going to be Vanslow, Mihalovic, and Ukov. It's Grzetich and McNiven back.
Vivian. Yeah.
What?
Porter.
What's that? So Ukov on the face-off. It goes outside. Grzetich sees that. Grzetich is going to get on the board. She chips it up. Not hard enough. And Hawks are going to make an entry. Nice back check by Ukov. Going back behind the net. Grzetich is going to get there. She chips it past a player. Mihalovic has it. Mihalovic sends it to Ukov. Ukov smartly sends it out. It goes for icing, but that puck dropped in front of the net, and I think Ukov just said we had to get that out of there, so she sent it for icing.
So as a recap, Porter scored the first goal for the Warhawks after being down 1-0 to knot it up in the first period. Vivian Ukov had a goal to make it 2-1, and we just saw Brooklyn Odell make it 3-1 Warhawks. So under 9 minutes now to play, and the puck is taken by Mihalovic, trying to get it out, but is controlled by the Hawks now. Hawks in the far circle. There's a shot and a nice save by Lucas. She lost it at first, but she put it down in front of her and was able to get it down. And fresh skaters coming on for the Warhawks. We're going to see Porter, Bridges, and Russell with Odell and McGuire. Face-off is going to be in the Warhawk zone in the far circle. It's on the ice, and it's dug away, and Odell's going to control that behind her own net. Odell tries to go to center ice. She had a player up the wall, but she didn't choose that, and she lost it. And now at the half wall, it's picked up. It's going to be Porter who's going to bring that out. Porter with some speed over center ice, and now she lost it down into the Hawks zone, and the Hawks play it up the wall, but they can't get it out. They're still in the near corner. Hawks player has it, and she tries to sidestep some Warhawks. She's able to force it out, and now she's through center ice, and she's going to gain the Warhawks zone. There's a shot, pad save by Lucas, and now golf down. It's to the line, but not out. There's another shot wide of the net. McGuire's going to pick that up on the near side half wall. She muscles it to center ice, and she's driven off the puck. Bridges is able to loft that into the zone. And now it's going to be Russell. Russell plays it down with under 8 minutes to play. No call. There's an interference. And now Russell seems like she's hurt, but she's up. Nope, she's okay. Bridges has it. Bridges tries to play in the crease. She had Porter. Porter tried to get it on her backhand, and she couldn't. Now here's Johnston, who takes a shot, sticked away by the goalie. Puck careens over to the far boards, and the Hawks get it out to center ice, but the Warhawks are all over that. Johnston has it. She plays it around in her own zone, plays it up the wall. She finds Ikeda through center ice. She brings it in. Nice play by a Darien player. She's coming into the Warhawk zone, 1-on-3. Johnson has it again behind her own net. Now she plays it up the wall, and it's taken by Ikeda. Ikeda looking to bring it out. And now she gets a great cross-side pass to Fazio, who plays it down. She has a player on her, and the Hawks player takes it and plays it around to the near boards. Hawks trying to get it out, but they can't. It's to the line, and now they put it down, and now here come the Hawks. They gain the line. Grzetic there with some D. A Hawks player gets around her, puts it in the slot. Nice play by Kral to get a stick on it. Now it's lifted up to the near boards. Ikeda again. She plays it out, touched by a Hawks player, and the puck goes down into the Hawks zone. It's Maddie Fazio first on it. Nice play by Fazio to get on that first. And now Kral has it. Fazio has it. She fires. Pad save by the goalie. And now it's out to the center ice. Feynman had it for a second. Feynman puts it back in the zone. Here comes Feynman down the wall. She's in the corner. Feynman looking. She puts it in the crease, and it's a bouncing. Oh, it hit the goalie in the back, and it almost careened in with 6:17. Warhawks have a 2-goal lead up 3-1, and fresh skaters coming on the ice.
So you have Hyman, Dinocola, and Ukoff in. Feynman and Odell back on D. So we know Ukoff's going to do a good job holding this puck. Last face-off, we did a good job. After holding it off, we got it out to the Warhawks. So we need to win this face-off. Coach is telling Olivia, make sure your stick's on the ice. Stick down. So off the face-off, Ukoff sends it back. It goes, Feynman's going to see that. Feynman backhands it and then keeps it in. Nice job, Micah. Ukoff goes to the corner. Kept in. Off the board, just scoots out to neutral ice. Hyman gets it to Kroll. Kroll tries to chip it up. Goes wide. Hawks have it. It's going to be Odell chasing that back. Hyman trying to get it out. Goes to a Hawks player. Hawks player is going to take a shot. That's going to go wide of the net. Odell gets there. Odell sends it up the boards. Kept in by a Hawks player. Dinocola has it. Dinocola has Hyman. Dinocola coming across the ice. Dinocola takes a shot. It goes wide. It's going to be Ukoff hustling first on that puck. Hawks take it across ice. Vanslow sees it. Vanslow gets there first. Nice job, Violet, getting to the corner. Dinocola sees it. They're battling in the corner. There's 2 Warhawks, Dinocola and Vanslow with 2 Hawks. They're tying the puck up. That's okay. So take some time off the clock. 5:20 left to play. Clock kicks down. It comes loose. I see it. Still doesn't know who has it. Hawks have it at the moment. Hawks sends it up the boards. Blocked off by Ukoff. It's going to be back check by Vanslow. Feynman back on defense. The Hawks player just chips it deep. Feynman gets that. She's got to turn and go. Feynman off her stick. Feynman goes back to get it. Feynman goes back behind the net. She backhands it up to Mihalovic. Mihalovic can't get that. It goes net front. It's going to be chipped up, though, by Hannah. Hannah gets that out. Mihalovic and Vanslow going. Mihalovic has it. Mihalovic smartly takes it wide across the ice. Warhawks go for a change. Porter, McNiven, McGuire out. It's on the boards. Mihalovic doing a nice job chasing back behind the net. Mihalovic and Vanslow. Nice tag team today. Kroll gets in there. It goes across the ice. Mihalovic sees it. McNiven sees it. She cheats way up. Nice choice. Back behind the net. Vanslow sees that. Vanslow and Porter. Porter trying to get that puck. Porter's going to have a chance here. Oh, but it goes to McNiven. McNiven takes a shot. Saved by the Hawks goalie. Vanslow gets good position. Vanslow backhands it towards the net. A Hawks player is going to get it in front of the net. Still not out. Vanslow sees it in the corner. Vanslow tries to chip it back. She's got to be a little tired there. Porter trying to come out. And that's Russell coming in. Russell's got to hold it off. Russell takes it across the ice to McNiven. McNiven's going to she's going to chip it deep and get out of there. She's tired. It goes back behind the net. 3:45 left to play. Hawks have it behind their own net. They send it around the boards. McGuire coming in, almost a steal. Kroll comes in. That's offside. So Kroll was coming in with some speed. Russell couldn't get out of the zone. Offsides. 3:37 left to play. 3-1 Warhawks.
3:37, 3-1 Warhawks. A spot 1 or 2 in the round robin at stake here. Kroll, Bridges, Russell, Grzetic, and Odell. Grzetic has it. She flays it up the wall. She couldn't quite get the red line, but it doesn't matter. Zoe Bridges on it. Kroll comes away with it in the circle. She couldn't get it on her stick. Kroll would have had a shot there from the circle, but she comes away with it, and she's fighting. And now it's kicked out of the zone by a nice back check by Bridges now. And now it's in the neutral zone. Bridges, a one-woman wrecking crew, and she disrupts that play. Kroll brings it into the zone. Kroll in the high slot. She had a shot, but she couldn't get it off her stick. And now the Hawks have it. Wonder if the Hawks are going to pull the goalie here to try to get something. Now the Hawks gain the Warhawks zone. We need more pressure there, less gap. Shot by the Hawks is knocked away. Now to the line, but not out. And now Bridges forces that out. Puck is going to die, and it's down. Bridges is gassed, and the Hawks control it. Fresh skaters on the ice for the Warhawks, and it's to center ice, and a Hawks player loses it. It's picked up by Ukov. Ukov skating around with it, under 3 minutes to play. Ukov gains the line far side. Ukov in the circle now. She's driven down, and there's going to be a penalty maybe with 2:35 left. Seems like I have a cricket on my shoulder. And the Warhawks, no penalty called. I don't know what the call was. Ukov has taken that draw in the Hawks zone in the far circle. Puck is on the ice. Hawks have it. They try to play it up the wall, and it's to the line but not out. It's put across by McGuire. She had Fazio for a redirect, but Fazio couldn't get enough of her stick on it. Now the Hawks have it, and they're coming out, try to play it up the wall to center ice. Akeda turns on that. McGuire's going to get it back by her own line, but she plays it up the wall now into the Hawks zone. Hawks still in the neutral zone. They try to play it up. They can't get control of it, and it's still there. Fazio's getting pushed off by two Hawks players, and here comes McNiven for help. Ukov has it. Under 2 minutes to play. Ukov whiffs on the puck, but now she has it. She has a little space, and now she goes. She's through the red line. She gains the zone near side. Ukov in the circle. She takes it down. Backhand pass into the crease, and now it's taken by McGuire. McGuire tries to flick it up. A Hawks player intercepts that, and now they're through center ice. Past Hyman, and now they gain the line. But now a tough play by Fazio takes it out to the center ice with 1:30 to go now for the game. Warhawks up 2. And now it's taken by the Darien Hawks. They backhand it. McNiven has it. She tries to play it down, and she does it. Cross ice. McGuire had it for a second, but it goes back into the Warhawks zone. McGuire has it. She's up the wall. She's through the red line. She gains the Hawks line. Toe drag. She tries to put it past. There's a shot. Just whistles high. 1:10 now for the game. And Hawks try to play it through center ice, and they can't. It's taken by Porter. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was Porter. And now Odell has it back in her own zone. She spins. Odell looking. She plays it up the wall and out of the zone, but the Hawks control it at center ice. Less than a minute to go now. Looks like the Warhawks are in control, barring a mistake here. Hawks still trying to get a good entry, but they can't. Warhawks all over it. Puck is out to center ice. Hawks had it for a second. Grzetic plays it up the wall. She can't get it out. Now it's backhanded deep. 40 seconds to go. and now it's controlled by Odell. Odell trying to bring it out, and now the Hawks keep it in. It's in the near corner behind the Warhawks net. 30 seconds to go, and the Warhawks have the puck slammed there. Hawks trying to get it out, and they do. And now it's in the circle and pushed to the wall. Less than 20 seconds. Here's the finish, everybody. Odell has it for a second. The Hawks still have it. 16 seconds now, and it's out front. DiNicola looking. She pushes it out. It's across center ice. Less than 10 seconds left. That's going to do it. And the puck dies there on the line. And the Warhawks have taken Game 2 of this series with a regulation win, 3-1 over the Darien Hawks. The second time they've beaten the Hawks in a week in 2 different tournaments. Lucas was awesome in goal. Goals by Porter, by Vivian Dior-Ukoff, and by Brooklyn Odell sealed this one for the Warhawks. So the Warhawks will now have 6 points going into their game tomorrow against St. Jude. I'm not sure what St. Jude did against Glenview, but if the Darien Hawks win tomorrow against Glenview, the most that they can have is 5 points. If the St. Jude wins tomorrow, they will have, depending on what happened in that game, I'm not sure. But the Warhawks are guaranteed one of the top 2 spots. So I think that we are definitely playing for the